Okay, hello. Um, and so I'm going to start with the conclusions of this digital portfolio. In that case, I'm going to use the case analysis because I think it's the fastest way to give this point of view. So in that case, I divide this in the three sections that appears of the course. That is, and the first one was the unit one, that was autonomous learning. The second one was about the metacognitive process, and the last one was about environments. Okay, learning environments. And so here we can see a really big difference among excuse me, between Alexandra and me. So in that case, we can observe that Alexandra, she when she was more or less 13 years old when she started studying at high school, yes, a junior high school. She she had the opportunity to learn English and she loved English. And maybe when she was 15, I don't remember exactly, she took the opportunity uh, to do different things, and also she asked for a computer because she wanted to learn English. In my case, was my process was different because, being honest, when I graduated from the high school, I hate English. I I didn't like. Um, I get a really bad English teacher, and that I think was really bad because he only wanted to sat down, and he, we all the time are filling out like a book, a workbook, and that was really bad for me. And now the things are different because when I graduated from the school, I got the opportunity to enter to an English institute, and I changed my mind about English because I think that was the opportunity to change everything. Um, when we're talking about the autonomous learning, maybe I got more opportunities because I study all my superior studies in at UNAT, and I am system engineer graduate from UNAT. Also, I have a bachelor graduate from UNAT about English as foreign language. I have a specialization in distant education. I also graduate from the UNAT, and currently I'm studying the master degree at UNAT too. Yes, and for that case, I think I learned a lot of about autonomous learning. Maybe I did it empirically, but I think I know the most when I studied the other my degrees. So I I decide to study because like a force I wanted, yes. And I decide that the only way is to improve my own knowledge doing some activities, or depending on the case. In my case, I start to memorize that in my autonomous learning, for example, I have a special parts of the day that for me are better um, than other parts of the day. For example, in my opinion, I'm really bad when I'm working early morning or maybe in the afternoons. I prefer work at night, um, and stay awake at night. Stay awake at night too. I prefer that, and I think my idea, my it's my moment, and I were better in that case with autonomous learning. Um, Also, I learned from the autonomous learning that uh, that is discipline is my responsibility, and the most important is my motivation. So when I changed the role as a student and I want to be like a teacher, as mediator, I understand that I have to give all the tools that people work in autonomy an autonomous way. Okay, so that's about autonomous learning. The next unit was metacognitive process. Maybe I use it, but I didn't know how to do that previous to take this course. Because, for example, when talking about metacognitive process, uh, I understood that is the way that you are measured your and improving the way that you learn in an autonomous way. So, for example, in my case, when I'm preparing, preparing planning for learning and selecting using strategies, monitoring learning, orchestrating strategies, and evaluating learning. Uh, I think I used all of these things, but as I told you, in an empirical way or without the knowledge about this metacognitive process. Um, yes, I planning the things because I use the specific strategies, and I use okay. Um, I consider that I'm really good when I enter into the practice. For example, in my case, I don't know what happened with my short memory, but I think it's really bad. I have to practice and practice and practice, and for learning the new words. For example, yes, I think the it is my way for learning is one of my strategies. Okay, and also I use listening activities. For example, in my case during the pandemic, i I learned or I improved my listening because I considered I was really, excuse me, yes, I was really bad when I in my listening skills, and for that reason for example, I'm a religious person, and I like to so much to uh, watch the Catholic mass, and I started to watch the mass in English, and I think it was one of my strategies to improve my English. Um, that was about that. When I'm monitoring my learning, I didn't do it before this course. I didn't do it as a measure, right? But I do it in only my okay. I feel that now I'm improving my English, and in that case, doing like this. Um, when we're talking about orchestrating strategies, okay, I like mixing all the things as I told, for example, listening and 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 with some strategy videos, or maybe create. I like um, work with creativity more than other things. Yes, when I think when we work with creativity, we could improve, or we applied better. We applied the orchestrating strategies. And evaluated learning, mm, just I think is right now I think it's really important, but previously I never did it. Maybe I evaluating, as I told you, only in my way to understand the things, but that's it. Okay, I never receive a feedback or things like this. I think is things that I have to improve in the future. And as a teacher, yes, I think I learned a lot of about things that kind of things, and I think metacognitive process is really important, and because if you give these tools, I'm going to call these tools, okay, or these components, I think a student could improve a lot of the things. When we're talking about learning environments, maybe different than Alexandra. Alexandra had more opportunities because she could work outskirts and travel outskirts and work to outskirts. She worked is a religious community, and for that reason, maybe she got that the opportunity to practice a lot of English. In my case was different because I think I have to for they have to study uh, and I had to think a lot and look for different ways that to try to improve my English. And I think I use a lot of virtual learning environments. Okay, or the other word is uh, learning. Okay, virtual learning environments. I forget the word in that moment. I but that was I think I work a lot of during the UNAT process. I learn about technological things, and I think is my favorite way to work. Um, I never had the opportunity to travel outskirts, but I would like to travel. I would like to had the opportunity to enter in a specific place that only speak English. I would like things like this. Okay, right now I'm going to show you my digital portfolio. So we got the home page. That's the home page. Here you can find some links to go to the other pages. The second page is personal information. We got some personal information about Alexandra, about me. The other page was our academic profiles. Next part is our professional information. That was our English process. And so the first part was about autonomy answers. Okay, you can see the autonomy answers, my autonomy answers, and the Alexander's too. Okay, here we get the checklists about this is an exercise. I didn't know where if I had to put it here, but I put it. And this is the metacognitive process on language learning. That was about Alexandra, and that was about me. And learning environments um, for learning English on language learning. In that case, we can find uh, our opinions about that. And finally, the case analysis that, but in this case is I use it only for giving like a guide for explaining all the things. Yes, but I try to use all the units here. And the last part was the answers, okay, for the question that we did in the unit 2. I don't remember the second moment, I think it was. Okay, that's it. I appreciate it so much, and thank you. See you soon, if God let us. Bye bye.